up going to a Christian school, and that's whenever I started to experience a little bit of bullying, but I didn't really question it. I didn't really even understand that it was bullying. I just knew that I felt bad. And then when I got thrown into public school, then I started to get a taste of the songs that were not hymns and behaviors that did not line up with Christian school behaviors. And it was jarring, but I kind of liked it. But I also learned that, people can be bullies in public school too. I started to have this low self-esteem about myself. I did not have an identity that was based on Jesus. It was an identity based off of what I believed others said about me, and I let that form who I was. And so my childhood and middle school, high school years were spent trying to conform to this idea of the person that I thought I had to be in order to be loved and accepted. I call it my wild years. Whenever I was like 16, 17, got my first real boyfriend, real job, had a taste of what it was like to not be under Christian home life, and I loved it, and I ran with it. And I moved out of my parents' house when I was 18. I was still in high school, and 6 months later I was pregnant with twins. And I just completely stopped living for the Lord because, number one, I was in survival mode. Number two, I didn't really care about anything that had to do with God because I wanted to be selfish. I wanted to do my own things. And yeah, I might have twins now, but whatever, I'm still gonna live my life. I ended up having an emergency C-section at 34 weeks. I was in a coma for 6 days with that birth. I was in the ICU for another 4 days after that. The doctors told my parents that I was not going to make it, and I did. I still denied Christ. My parents were like, "The Lord saved you," and I was like, "No, the doctor saved me." And you know what? The Lord still let me live to see another day. I still decided not to follow him. And I got out of one relationship and got into multiple other relationships. I think I finally hit my rock bottom when the boys were 4 years old. I was 24, and I just realized man, I'm not happy. I met my husband. Even though he wasn't living a Christian life, he still went to church, and so I liked him. So I went to church with him, and then the Holy Spirit started to convict me. I let go of bad habits, bad unhealthy patterns. And then really, when I turned 25, I got serious about the Lord. Okay, God, you have saved me from 3 near-death experiences, so you obviously want me here. So show me what you want me to do. Now my testimony is figuring that out. And so there's this verse that's he will restore the years that the locusts have taken or eaten. I am getting those years restored.